Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 207 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
Never mind the bullocks. Here's the sex pests.
And we are your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic, as chosen by a listener named Carly, is punk.
That's right. Punk rock music.
Yeah. Which I would classify as the worst dog shit on the planet.
Now, some people like it.
That is true. Not me, and I don't like those people, mostly from my experience.
I actually have the simple English Wikipedia description up
Yeah,
for
let's
punk
hear
rock.
what punk rock is.
God. Punk rock or punk is a music genre and kind of rock music. It is often described as harder, louder, and cruder than other rock music. Many punk rock songs have lyrics and, in parentheses, words, which tell angry stories or which use rude words.
Stories. Wow, this is one of the simplest ones yet.
That's rocks. Yeah. So that's punk for you.
And I would say the simple Wikipedia is the perfect way to describe punk, is it's music for dumb babies, from what I can tell.
I mean, I don't know. There's some pretty good folks that could be considered punk, I think, right?
No,
okay.
Can't think of one. Name 50 real quick, go.
Okay, yeah. All right, Mr. Smart Guy. Name 50 of your top punk bands.
Yeah, I don't get it. First of all, it's all political, and I think the idea of combining politics and music is like the worst possible thing on the planet.
Which is why you don't like Toby Keith. I get it, sure.
Well, that's an exception. That's about America. That's not politics. That's just where you're born and raised and where you're free. Yeah, just listening to music that has guys singing about things that I agree with. That sounds really fucking dumb to me. Yeah, that's right. I also don't like that. Cool. Well, here's the same song again. Cool.
Belt it, brother.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to some English asshole sing about wizards and dragons and shit than any of this awful music.
Oh boy, you sure do too. Yeah, he does.
Boy, do I. That's what real men listen to.
Real men listen to songs that are 18 minutes long. And have a 16-minute intro and then
that's right,
1 minute long closing piece.
Yes, that is correct. That is what real men listen to.
Yeah, I never got into the punk thing. My friends growing up were into the Green Day and that sort of stuff. Was not my bag. Was not really my thing. Pretended to like the Ramones for a long time. Didn't.
Well, as we'll see from this episode, a lot of it is the aesthetic.
Sure.
And believe it or not, there's a lot of people who have opinions about what is and isn't punk.
It's true.
Kind of similar to when we did our metal episode. We did a metal episode, right?
We sure did. Yeah.
Okay. A little similar. That metal's a little more not as gatekeepy as punk is, but still plenty stupid in its own right. But yeah, punk to me is just, I think I've yet to hear a good punk song. I can't even imagine how many I've heard over the years. Not one of them is pleasing to my ear.
You don't even like any Black Flag songs? You don't like anything like that? Just
not one that I've heard.
Wow. Folks, if you got any suggestions for Geiger, stick to the end of the episode where I will give you his phone number and you can call and leave him a voicemail with just record your favorite song right off the radio.
Yep. It'll probably be just as good quality because because none of these guys, they don't like to have good studio sound. They like to sound raw because it's cool. Now, why did Carly choose the topic of punk?
Carly chose this for a very interesting reason. She wrote in Matt, and for listeners of the show, that is Philly/foot fetish/Baltimore Matt, has been playing episodes of your show around the house and in the car since episode 1. After 4-ish years, I've grown to love it, even when the episode is about something I like. I love Christian's episode art and Geiger's commitment to documenting the most depraved people on the internet. He is like a Lovecraft protagonist in that he is racist. I'd love an episode on punk music. There are a lot of absolutely wonderful opinions on this genre that is known for its popularity with emotionally mature and stable adults.
Like Matt himself, I believe.
Case in point, a real glass houses sort of response.
One of the
here.
most stable people that listens to this show, for sure. Now, how was she able to even choose this episode?
Carly went over to reportthispost.com, clicked on that buy topic button, gave us some moolah, and even was nice enough to send us an email letting us know what the topic was that she wanted. And we got her on the schedule, and now we're doing the show now. Now we're in that was in the past. Now we're in the present.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be listening to this in the future.
Whoa. Mine equals blown. You can also choose a topic on patreon.com/report this post when you join at the mod level for $10 a month or at the admin level at $25 a month. You stick around for a minute on both those tiers and you'll be able to choose an episode topic. We've had many, many listeners do that, countless, thousands at this point. I have no idea. Couldn't even imagine.
We're into the 200s on the episodes, and the last 2 years have been nothing but listeners.
Yeah, there's been about 5 episodes that we've chosen the last 100 episodes, I would say, which is very silly. And the next 50 or so, from what I can tell, are also already chosen by listeners. So, oh boy, we got to figure something out here. Anyway, yeah, punk. Really excited to talk about punk. All of my favorite bands.
The
Blink 182. Yeah. Collective Soul. Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Yeah.
Seven Dust. All the great punk bands.
Ooh. Seven Dust. Ooh. All right.
Cool.
That's taking it back.
Why don't we go ahead and get started?
Let's do it. This one's from over on Reddit, from the subreddit rpunk, where a now deleted user went to ask how to feel more punk with social anxiety. I am 14 and really new to punk as of like the last 2-ish years. I live in a really conservative suburban town, so there's essentially no scene here besides very small pockets of them in my high school. I dress the part, listen to the music, and participate in the subculture online, and do a lot of art for small groups I'm with online. The only problem is I don't really do any of the other stuff, IRL stuff. No, excuse me, I don't do any of the other in real life stuff. I'm too scared to talk to any of the other punks at my high school. I've never even thought about attending a concert. How can I be more of the mindset and less scared to express my views in the way that I act instead of just the way that I dress? And another now deleted user replied, how did Zoomers get to be this pathetic?
Yeah. This person's really putting the cart before the horse as far as the punk thing goes. Like
Now,
maybe you should be already into that stuff before you're punk, I would say. Like going to shows and talking to people. I don't know. It seemed like because it's a social thing. It's not just. Isn't that part of the point of it?
It's like, boy, I have all my great friends online, and there are people just like them offline, but have not yet breached the veil on being able to talk to them IRL. So,
yeah, if there's like 6 punk kids in your school and you're all dressing the same, that's your in to talk to them. Like, you don't.
They're like, why is that? Like, why isn't that guy talking to us? He's like, it must be, what a fucking weirdo. And it's
Yeah.
just like, is he making fun of us?
Is he doing a bit? Just beat the shit out of him.
Well,
Hit him
no,
with
they're
their
not.
wallet
Gonna,
chains.
yeah, they're not going to beat anybody up. I can tell you that much. No.
Whatever the hell they were. Yeah. So tough. Just declaring yourself. I didn't even know there were still 14-year-olds considering themselves punk anymore. That was kind of news to me.
That seems odd. Yeah.
I thought punk was just for, 45-year-old podcast listeners at this point. So that's interesting. This post is actually kind of along those same lines as that first one. User the Femboy Hooters asked the subreddit r punk, how do I get into punk culture? I joined this subreddit because the outfits look sick, but I don't understand a damn thing here. I want to learn more about it because I've heard it's such an open and accepting community. I also love how much y'all hate Nazis. So, like, what things should a newbie know? Wisconsin expat said, it's music. Listen to it. If you don't even like the music, what's the point? It's not a costume. Man, it's not as accepting as some will tell you. And a now deleter user said, first, punk accepts everybody. But read up on posts so you know what politics to endorse and bands to like. Speaking of music, cool thing, any and all music can be punk. EDM, mumble rap, folk, punk as fuck. Also, what you wear doesn't matter. Just be sure to cover whatever you have with ACAB 1312 and gender flags so you can look totally unique and original. Good luck. To which the OP said, where do I find like stuff to put on? Patches, I think they're called.
Yeah. Methinks that deleted user was playing a little tricksy on our
being
beloved...
a little bit of a little snark monster. And then our poor OP's like,
okay, yeah, how do I do that?
Taking notes here. Okay. Patches
and the patches, I believe they're called. Where do I get these gendered patches at?
EDM, you say? Okay.
All right, okay. Not really my scene, but I guess if it's punk, I'll get it. I guess I'm into it now too. Thanks, everybody. That is a really it's like somebody like, hey, I'm looking for some advice here, and someone being like, okay, hold on. Let me just completely fuck you up here.
Pretty punk overall.
Very.
Wisconsin expat is just like, gets to the point. It's music. Like, just listen. If you don't like the music, what are you doing here? But this OP is just like, so in other words, this OP just found a subreddit they like, and they're like, I guess I'll join this community of actual people. Wonder how I could do that. Imagine buying patches to put on your clothes because you saw a cool subreddit. That's the worst possible thing.
It happens more than you think at this point. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, that's a real goddamn shame.
I saw this online. But Mom, I saw it online. Dressed up like Bebop and Rocksteady from the Ninja Turtles. Shake my damn head.
This patch says ACAB. What does ACAB mean, Mom?
You sent your mom out to get patches.
Just sewing it on for you. Here you go, dear. You're all cops are bastards patch.
It's upside down. No. Hey, speaking of bastards, Reddit user Wu-Tang Graham went to our punk to post "fuck Screwdriver."
And Screwdriver apparently is a Nazi punk band. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
They seem to be of the white nationalist tent.
They sure are.
My brief experience looking at them.
Yeah. Have a great logo though. Really does. It really drives the point home on what you're
take a look at that one. Let me see what we got here. Oh yeah, dude, that rocks.
Yeah,
man. God.
It's another one that's
how many Nazis are there just because of the aesthetics, just like punks, I guess. Hey, I'm joining this joining your Nazi group because man, the outfits are fucking dope. So what do I have to know about it? Is there anything Any specific beliefs I have to have? Oh, brother, you came to the right place.
Well, I just typing in screwdriver on Google Images is it's a great little peek in there. So go check that out, folks.
Hey, gang, smooth sack summer is slowly coming to an end. And if you haven't been scaping for the summer sun, it's not too late to sweep your sack of those pesky pubes. As summer winds down and autumn approaches, keep your boys clean and fresh just in time for fresh ball fall. The leader in below the waist grooming is here to make sure your pubes feel smoother than a beach ball.
Oh,
Start the new season the right way and join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code REPORT20 at manscaped.com.
Hey, the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep your jewels bejeweled. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your precious goodies. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, and it gives you the ability to turn on a 4,000K LED spot when needed for a more precise shave. And this bad boy is waterproof.
That's right, gang. Now that your sack is smooth, lather up with Manscaped's liquid formulations to get that fresh ball fall freshness. The Crop Preserver ball deodorant keeps your pumpkins from going rotten.
Great.
The soothing aloe vera formula is the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and the clear drying formula keeps your sack looking and smelling good. Your girl won't care about her pumpkin spice lattes when she's got your pumpkins to enjoy. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, which is the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag that'll bring your comfort to another level at home and on the go.
Keep yourself groomed from head to toe with their Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With the Performance Package, your balls will be ready to impress, but make sure you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code REPORT20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code REPORT20 at manscaped.com. Keep things smooth and fresh as we say sayonara to smooth ball summer and enter fresh ball fall. Anyways, Wu-Tang Graham posted, seriously, fuck white power, fuck hate, but I'm drunk and may be currently jamming the fuck out to some Boots and Braces. I fucking hate everything about Screwdriver. I hate their message and I want to hate their music, but I can't. That's all. We have all had this dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
And an Outlead user commented, man, I'm going to have to agree with you on the politics. Fuck white power. But let's be real here. When it comes to music, they're pretty goddamn good. If they hadn't went in the direction they did, they'd be as big as Coxbar or The Business. To which Password Cats 99 replied, let's bring refugees in to take our women and breed whites out of existence.
Okay. Well, that went a very different direction.
Yeah, and also their music, and yeah, also I do actually agree with what they have to say. So
yeah. What an interesting turn that thread went. I do agree. I personally do not care if I'm listening to a band what the hell they're talking about. Do not care what politics they have. If they're all Nazis, well, great.
Yeah, you know what? Good for them.
Yeah. Like if the music's good, like, you know, hey, what are you going to do? Like, I'm not going to become a Nazi because I listen to a band that's made of Nazis. That's all I'm saying. It'll be for different
become
reasons.
a Nazi because I spend 18 hours on the internet every day.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Not related to my Spotify playlist. Man, they could be as big as Coxbar or The Business. Can you imagine?
Boy, can I. Come on, man.
Seeing dollar signs. A gentleman posted this in response to a young guy over there on Facebook who was talking about how much he loves punk music. So this should be good. You aren't, weren't, and will never be punk. I hate these days that everything is punk. No, it's not. Just stop. Punk died in 79. If you weren't there then, you're not punk, but a joke facsimile. Slurp it up, buttercup. Dude, I bet you weren't even born yet when punk began. Sorry, you young fucks don't get to decide what punk is or was. You weren't there and you didn't start. So when some 20 or 30 something tells me what punk is when they weren't even alive, can go fuck themselves. Respect real punk elders. I'm a first wave punk. Hence, I'm one of the few who created the scene. We know what it was because we invented it, not you. You don't get to tell the originals what it's about. We tell you what it was about. What you call punk now, like Blink 182 or Green Day, they are facsimiles of a great thing that was and is no longer more. It's over. Learn 2 more chords and grow. Punk should die the death it needs to, and you sound like a dick who gets told by an OG punk that your new shit sucks. Okay, rocks.
Cool. I mean, everybody eventually just turns into like the boomer brain, right? Like,
Yeah,
this guy's like, yeah, I was a punk before you were even fucking born.
yeah.
I had to, I had to mosh both ways uphill to go to a basement show.
Yeah. This guy's 60 years old, probably. It's fucking pathetic. It's way more sad to be this guy than the 14-year-old poser.
It's like online, like, hey, nerds.
Yeah. That's really pathetic. Real punk elder. Respect them. I don't know. You're not sounding like someone to respect, Putty. Not really like a why should I respect you again? Because you're older, you were around a while ago. Fuck off.
Throws away the wrapper from his tuna fish sandwich and puts his Best Buy vest back on. And it's like, well, time to go back to work after posting. It's just like, yep. Another good deed. Had to go push some shopping carts. Well, man. It is just funny that we've talked about it before. Like, the older you get, the more you're like, yeah. Like, I'm really swinging a little conservative these days, and I think that's just the way it is. So,
well, young people are super gay and annoying. Like, and that's not a new thing. It's always been that way.
Just like,
You just never realize it until you're older, and you're like, good God, these kids suck ass.
I myself was once the
Yeah,
gay and annoying.
yeah. These are some of the worst possible things on the planet. Like a 19-year-old. Oof, truly horrific. Except for our listeners that are around that age. Of course, they are the greatest.
We love you. Cool. Hey, someone went to Cora to ask, was Johnny Ramone transphobic? Okay. Sure.
Why would you ask that?
Why would you ask that? Don't rightly know. Anyways, here's some answers.
Great.
Guy named Peter Jacobs responded, who cares? He created music that a lot of people enjoyed and will be duly remembered for this alone. Sure. Gregory Slauson said, probably. He was a pretty right-wing guy who was pro-war, anti-communist, and not fond of foreigners. Travis Hutchinson replied, in a world where every major medical and psychological authority declared that gender dysphoria was a mental illness not aided by surgery or, quote, transition, what on earth could this question even mean? Yes, almost every human being before about 2000 was transphobic. We should burn every cultural artifact before then because it has been poisoned by trans hate. Okay. To which a guy named Antonio Hardcastle added, every single person on earth was transphobic up until about 2012. Even trans people. They just embraced that they were villains.
Yeah. Antonio Hardcastle is an awesome name. Don't know if that's
he sounds like a running back.
Yeah, or some sort of Mr. Show character or something.
Antonio Hardcastle's a spool emporium. Yes.
Antonio Hardcastle, Quora, he's considered himself an esteemed scholar in the following fields: animals, comedy, women, food, booze, sports, anthropology, pop culture, and bullying.
Yeah, I got a PhD. I got a PhD in bullying from the School of Hard Knocks, if you know what I'm saying. I get my fucking ass kicked every single day. Honorary degree.
He asked, did I really see tricycle races in the Paralympics, or was it a comical fever dream? Not sure what the hell he's talking about there.
I love people that like somehow use core as like their shitty to like blast off really bad fucking takes. They're just like, yep, gonna go around core and be an asshole. So.
Yeah. Is it true that Billie Eilish secretly has Down syndrome? Which did not get any answers, so I guess he's still wondering on that one.
He had to ask it because he Googled it and couldn't find an answer. So he's like, well, going to the source.
It's a hard secret to keep. Gotta say. Not one you keep under your hat, usually. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, Hardcastle's another guy. A lot of posts about gender, like what's up with these kids and their genders and whatnot. And I feel like he's probably just on chorus searching the word transphobic and had to like, oh, I got something to say about this.
Hold on a minute. Yeah. wait till you see this. Oh boy.
Antonio Hardcastle. I don't know, Gregory Slauson, Peter Jacobs, Travis Hutchison. These are all good, solid names.
It sounds like like the members of like an prog rock band would.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Now that's real music, probably. Hey, a now deleted Reddit user went to the subreddit r/punk to ask this: why are rappers and pop stars ripping off our style? I'm kind of an older head, mid-30s. Growing up, rappers and normies had their own style. Do-rags, baggy clothes. We had our street punk or hardcore style. Then something weird happened around 2015, 2016. All of a sudden, you have these emo-style rappers with septum piercings, tattoos everywhere, dyed hair, ripped jeans, etc. Now, normally I would have no problem with this, but these are the same shithead rappers that would laugh at us in the hallways, call us, quote, gay, say we worship the devil, etc. Now they're copying a lot of rock styles and are still shitting all over our music and its origins and saying it sucks. I'm aware of my own self-irony, but as Mike Ness said, walking down the street looking like a punk meant you were gonna fight. It was a hard-fought style of music. 19 and 20-year-old kids are just being trendy but treating the origins like shit. And Sick Wolf Skull said, I wear shorts and flip-flops.
Hey. Same, brother. Yep. Me too.
And same for, I would say, almost every person on Reddit, I guess.
90% of the user base, yeah. What are these guys doing taking our cool punk style? They already have their own stuff. Their do-rags and their sagging pants.
Do-rags, eh? Certain, yeah, normies. That's the N word you would use for that one. Another thing that stood out to me, he's kind of older, mid-30s. Don't like to see that. Don't like to see mid-30s, which is younger than me, be considered older than the punks, because I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
No
Unless he's starting off from like the Green Day era, and he's like, yeah, I'm an OG from that.
Maybe he's saying he's older because guys in their mid-30s shouldn't be talking about like normies and preps and shit like that. Talking about your high school days like this. You're twice the age of when you graduated, buddy. You should probably be over it by now. You've lived longer than your entire school career.
Oh, sick. I'm going to throw up.
Yeah. You know what I just realized is next year is my, and I'm sure yours as well, our 20th high school reunion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good God. That'll be something. There'll be several flasks all over my body for that one.
Oh, you're going to go? Okay, cool.
Well, I didn't say that.
Got my ass.
Didn't imply that in the slightest.
No, you sure didn't. Hey. So some account called Razor Fist tweeted out, Punk died with Johnny Ramone. To which Pacalola777 replied, never liked them anyways. Johnny Rotten is Punk. Long live the king. Punk's not dead. Johnny Rotten, full MAGA. Johnny Rotten voted Trump. Johnny Rotten still anti-establishment. Honesty, integrity, and empathy. So I found a little article related to this. Former Sex Pistols frontman Johnny Rotten called into Good Morning Britain on Wednesday to discuss his support for Trump. It makes complete sense to me to vote for a person who actually talks about my kind of people, he commented. Trump is not a politician. He's never claimed to be. How unusually exceptionally wonderful is that for people like me, working class people? We're bored of intellectual left-wing ideas. We can't take much of you. You talk twaddle. Everything you do, you just miss the point of who the general population are. The interview took an awkward turn when Good Morning Britain host Susanna Reid asked him about Trump's behavior on the world stage. He screamed, let me finish. It does nothing for these people. Nothing. And this is why they now support him so loyally, because he is the only hope. Appearing to read off a piece of paper, he proceeded to regurgitate several right-wing talking points. I've watched what the Democrats have done to California, let alone the entire West Coast. It's absolutely disgusting. It's chaotic, dogma-led. It seems to have a Karl Marx agenda behind it.
Right. Why is some limey talking about this shit? That's what I want to know. I don't get it. It's just so funny to imagine me saying something similar about Britain, the United Kingdom, especially like mentioning even like specific states. Like me to be like, well, what Boris Johnson did to Wales is fucked up in my opinion. Like I don't even know if is that related? Is that in any way part of it? I don't know. I stick to what's going on here, and even that I don't stick to because I don't care. So
I've got to tell you, I kind of checked out on the whole thing, honestly. So
all right, we're going to stop right here because we're going to finish the rest of this episode over on patreon.com/reportthispost. That's right. If you enjoyed this first 20-ish to 30-ish minutes of the episode, you'll be happy to know that there's about an hour extra of this one over there on patreon.com/reportthispost. Head over there, and all you got to do is subscribe for $5 a month. You'll get every single full episode with dozens of more posts a month, plus an additional bonus episode every single week. Unbelievable. This is literally millions of posts that we read on the air every single month. Possibly billions. I have not counted. In fact, I can't count. I'm actually illiterate as well. But irregardless, patreon.com/reportthispost, and we'll see you over there, and God bless.